Hi everybody, we're about to drop this tree. It's leaning heavily towards the garden. Chris is right there. It took me forever to get a rope up on the crook of that tree. That was hard. I threw my arm out by throwing again and again and again. I lost my touch. I used to throw good in school, but no more. So we got to come along over here to this tree. Chris is cranking tension on that, and once we get tension on it, we're hoping to pull it more towards the brush pile than into the garden. There's nothing really to harm much over there if it hits the garden. We've moved everything out of the way and anything that could be harmed, but we do want to keep that from causing any damage over there. So I'm going to get in there with the Husqvarna chainsaw, and we'll drop this tree right now.
Yeah, it is.
was scary. That was scary.
Yeah.
That was the biggest tree I ever cut. Guys, I put this off forever. That was terrifying for me, I have to be honest. Look at Chris sit on that beast.
Yeah.
That was...
I was getting a little concerned at first myself.
Look at that thing. Chris, that's going to be a nightmare to cut.
Oh, yeah.
To log out. Oh. This was not easy cutting, guys. No, that was the maximum limit of this chainsaw. The bar. You think, Chris? I was barely poking through on that.
Yeah.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. Right on the brush pile.
Here.
Right on the brush pile. Oh, yes. Precise.
I say, did we hit the garden at all?
No, 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 no. Right down the fence line, Chris.
Oh, nice.
Right. That's exactly. I couldn't have been more perfect. That is. I have to admit, I was praying hard, though. When I was cutting that tree, and especially in the very end, I was praying hard.
Yeah.
Because that was scary. Well, there it is. I'm going to take a break, and we'll get another one going. Alright guys, I'm going to attempt to string up a rope on this next tree right here. I don't think you can see the rope. Now Chris is holding the two loose ends. And I'm going to go up a ladder with a forked stick that has the rope on it, which is looped around this tree. Now I'm going to go up the ladder and hold the forked stick as high as I can, and then Chris is going to put pressure on it. Because there's no branch on that tree down here, and there's no other way that I can get tension on that to drop it where we want it. Hope this works all right. The forked stick will hold up, you know, and not break.
Yeah.
The problem is the ladder, Chris.
Yeah.
I see that the ladder is in my way, so I've got to get above the ladder. Maybe you can shake the ropes as needed to loosen them from the tree. You get me?
Yeah.
All right. I've got to get this above the ladder. So I'll move the ladder, get the rope up high, and then we'll get that moved.
You got it.
Right, let loose on this side.
All right.
Give me some slack on this side. Here we go, good. Okay, now. Oh, come on. Off the stick. There we go. There we go. It's a little awkward to get started. Now you tell me if I'm looking high enough up here on this tree, okay?
Yep. All right, hold a second.
You snagged on a branch or twig or
Yeah.
what? Huh?
Yeah. There we go.
All right, now this side, Chris, is going to be awkward. Lay that one down and come around. Maybe you can, yeah, maybe, Chris.
Yeah, I did.
Lay that rope down on your left side, the other rope. That one down, let it go. Come around with this rope, please, and see if we can get this branch.
Oh, all right.
You see there's two branches?
Yeah.
All right, with mine. There we go, Chris. Up. Okay. Up. One more. One more. Over. Swing it. Okay, perfect. We did it. Now, let's go a little higher. I'm almost to the end of my reach still. How are we looking for height though? Do you feel comfortable about it?
Yeah. I think we're good right there.
All right, because I can't really reach any farther. Hold on. I lost it. Shake your ropes. Shake them both. Yes. Yes. Up.
I'm stuck
hold
on.
on. Hold
I'm
on.
stuck on a branch.
Hold on. I got a branch here. Shake your ropes. Okay, wait. Oh, God.
I'm stuck on a branch trying to get the rope off.
Okay, stop. How bad is it? Is it low or is it high?
It's low.
Oh, nuts, I fell off. All right, get your branch off. If you have to, set down the other rope.
All right, got it.
Got it? All right, a little higher. Shake the ropes. Give me slack.
All right,
Give me slack. Shake the ropes.
I am.
Come on. Up, 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 up. Okay, pull slack, Chris, on both.
All right.
Thank you. I'm going to leave that hanging. I don't care. About my little fork branch.
Yeah, exactly. We got more.
All right, guys, we got that on there. Now I'm going to take the rope, Chris, and you go over and get the come-along ready for us.
Work, please.
Yep. That was one way to do it.
Yeah.
That was easier than throwing.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't hurt myself. Oh, yeah, that's up there. Nice.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. So the come-along reached about here, didn't it?
I think so.
Alright guys, I gotta get myself dressed back up, get the chainsaw warmed up. We're gonna drop the next tree. We got the rope on there. Where is it? There it is. And Chris is tensioning the rope. And Chris will be cranking on that as I start cutting. But first I have to cut the V-notch. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Right on top of the other. Oh.
We definitely couldn't ask for anything better.
Oh no, right on top of the other. Wow. Come along helps. And that was a big tree. That was hard for me to notch. I had to cut it high because this other tree was in my way of getting the blade in there, the chain saw in there. And I had to cut this tree first because this one's leaning backwards towards the house and I don't want to hit that. So that was no fun. Now that other tree is thinner, so it's not going to be so bad. And that's a double right back there, so that's not fun at all either. But we're taking a break because that was some hard work holding that saw up that high and trying to cut that.
Yeah.
Hi guys, Troy and Chris from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project, and we're just going to take a brief intermission here. What you're about to see, at the time we were working, everything looked good. Did it look good to you?
Yeah, it looked good.
So what you're about to see, please hold your comments until you've watched the scene through, and then you see our after commentary after we've reviewed the video. These two trees went so amazingly perfect. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
One on top of the other.
Yeah, textbook spalls.
Yeah, just really beautiful. Chris and I are not sure what happened and what you're about to see, but we'll discuss it afterwards. We want to just stop here and just say please hold your comments until you've watched the whole thing and then seen us review what happened after.
Yeah.
So with that, we'll stop and we'll continue on with the video. Ready?
One more minute.
What?
1 minute.
That didn't go right, Chris.
No. I had my full body weight on too.
Oh, it didn't hit the camera.
One more solar panel.
Everything looks okay. Well, that was the worst tree of them all.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we got some cutting to do. I fell in front of the house, but fortunately the rocks saved the solar panels. We got some cleaning up to do now. Alright guys, now we've had the chance to review the video and see what happened and consider what we could have done different, what went wrong, and why. And the cut looks perfect, right, Chris?
Yeah.
I mean, you've got more experience than I do. We had a good V,
Yeah.
right? My my top cut coming in was good. Now I think the only thing is I had the tip too far forward,
Yeah.
which allowed the tree to break off here
Yeah.
and hinge this way. That was one mistake.
Yo.
Okay, I'll show you this maybe in a minute up close. I think the tip of my blade was cutting in too deep in the front, well, on the side of the hinge, causing it to be able to flip off this way. So my hinge was crooked in the last part of the cut. And I think that's one point that could have gone wrong. Another point, in looking at the video, the tree was leaning too far this way.
Yeah.
And I didn't see that sitting here. And Chris doesn't have the arm strength to crank that come along.
Yeah, and I was paying too much attention to try to make sure there was tension on it.
But you didn't have the strength, and we both
Yeah.
know that. He just doesn't have the strength to crank it as hard as I
Or the
could have.
weight.
I should have cut this notch, this hinge, part way in. Then I should have gone and put some tension on that come along myself, because I have more arm strength.
Yo.
I didn't see that coming at the time. So I'm telling you, I see that after the fact. The tree was still leaning this way towards the house when I was finishing my cut. And I just, you know, what is it? Hindsight is 20/20,
Yeah.
right? After watching that video, I realized how horribly this went and how dangerous this could have been.
Yeah.
The tree was still leaning towards the house. It could have hit the house. It could have hit me.
Yo.
I mean, I can't believe, Chris, I reached down and put my hand
Yeah.
on as the tree went.
Like I said, as soon as I looked up and I saw that tree go sideways, first thing I thought was Troy was done and the solar panels were done.
I just cannot believe.
My second thought was the solar panels after I saw that the tree didn't hit Troy.
Yep. Now, considering all that, with the angle that this was leaning, I don't know if the camera did it justice. It was leaning so badly this way. I don't know if we ever could have got it that way without maybe two come-alongs and somebody with a lot bigger arms. Because the problem is, we would have had to really crank it a lot this way.
Yeah.
And again, looking back, if I had cranked that enough,
Yeah.
it would have gone in this direction. But there's so many problems could have gone wrong with a tree that crooked. It could have hit and demolished the garden. It could have demolished the lawnmower or the garden tables. It could have demolished so many different things in this direction.
It could have hit the house.
You know, well, if we'd had more tension this way.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay. There were so many things that could have gone wrong in this direction.
yeah.
And if we'd have had too much tension, it could have gone this way.
Yeah. Yo.
So, looking back on things, what happened, considering that only a couple pieces of wire mesh decorative fencing is bent, and no other harm is done. Even the herbs aren't damaged.
Yeah. That was just a lot.
This was just, well, I'm starting to believe in angels were working on this case, but still. The solar panels weren't damaged. They were completely engulfed.
Something was on her side, that was for sure.
They were completely swallowed up by the tree, right?
Yeah.
You couldn't see the solar panels. I wish I had been recording, but I was so stressed at the time. Chris and I just ran. We just acted. And the first thing we did is we started cutting and freeing up those solar panels. Just on autopilot. Without thinking, we freed up those solar panels.
Yeah.
A camera crew here would have been great on
Yeah.
that. I mean, to see how they were buried.
Yeah. It looked like they had been destroyed, and then when we saw they weren't, it was a big relief.
It was a relief. So, again, So many things could have gone worse than it did. A tree leaning that bad is hard to deal with.
Yeah.
One, I think I was overconfident. I
Yeah.
thought we had it set up well.
Yeah.
And overconfidence is deadly out here.
Yeah. Especially after the two biggest trees, the ones we were so worried about, went flawless.
These two trees I was terrified of and put off forever. That's the biggest tree I ever cut in my life. And this being the second biggest tree I ever cut, went flawless. So I was a little overconfident on this tiny little tree here. And that was another one of my mistakes. So again, this being reality, and I don't hide my mistakes, I'm telling you what went wrong and what we could have done to fix it in retrospect, looking back on things. As it is, we were fortunate and no one and no thing was damaged.
Yeah.
So, well, I want to be a lot more careful, and we live and learn.
Yep.
I talked to a professional last night who was telling me that these things happen as well. And sometimes, no matter how well prepared you are, things can go wrong.
Yeah.
You know, it just is the nature of this business here.
Yep.
All right, please keep watching. We have more action from the rest of the day. You'll see the cleanup and you'll see the results and everything. So please stay tuned and keep watching. But I wanted to stop here and tell you what we thought before people start freaking out. Well, guys, have a look at the carnage. Melanie's herb garden has suffered some harm. The beautiful little metal trim work is gone. There's branches all the way around us. We're just taking a break. But the solar panels, although scratched, were not hurt. The rock saved the solar panels.
I thought the solar panels were gone.
I watched it come down. I don't know why it came sideways, Chris. I don't have any idea how it came full sideways. It wasn't leaning that way.
Nope.
I don't see what happened. The cut was right. It was a thinner tree. Everything was going good and smooth and easy. But it went sideways. But at least it didn't hit anything of value. It didn't even break any of our solar ornaments. All it did is bend up the stuff that we got for free anyway, the metal trim work around the rock bed. But even that is fixable. Look at that, guys, right up to the shed. I don't think the video camera can do it justice and show you really what it looks like here. But anyway, I just ran out of gas and my hand is hurting. I have a bad swelling in my hand. This is the third day, so it's not so bad. But it hurts really, really bad right now, so I think I'm done. That's going to have to be it. I can't wear my ring. I had to take my ring off because my fingers were swelling. I'm not sure if something bit me again. The wolf spiders bite me out here, and then I get swelling spots like that. But
yeah, the wolf spiders are out like crazy right now.
yeah, they are. So I think I got either that or I got an infection from something. I was messing with the turkeys one night, putting them in, and got scratched there too, so maybe that's it. But it doesn't look like an infection. It looks more like a bite. So anyway, well, guys, I'm going to take a break for a while. And we got to clean up all this brush. Melanie would be horrified if she saw this, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
She's not here right now, fortunately. I think today was the best day to send her off.
Yeah, right.
And when she comes home, she won't see anything happened.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of sawdust all over the place.
Unless she watches YouTube.
We got to keep her away from YouTube for a while. Alright, guys, I'm taking a break. Well, anyway, this is reality. My channel has turned into a reality channel and we show the mistakes. So that is what happens. Actually, I had no idea how that happened. Do you, Chris?
No.
I don't get it.
I was throwing tension on it like crazy, and then I just saw the thing just start going sideways.
I saw it coming right at my face, and I'm like, this cannot be. I stood there and looked at it in shock. I'm like, this can't be happening.
Yeah, I didn't think you were going to get out of the way in time. I was worried.
Well, I didn't think it was coming this way.
Yeah.
That was weird.
I mean, it happened so quick, before I could even say, move.
That was weird. To me, it was in slow motion. It was like in slow motion. I just stood there looking at it coming at me, and I'm like, no, that can't be. And then I slowly backed out of the way as the tree came down sideways in front of me. And then I watched. Chris said he thought the solar panels were shattered, and I watched as the tree came down, whoosh, and brushed the panels with its treetops, and came back up and settled above them.
Yeah, from the angle I was at, it looked like
it covered them
right on the tree.
They were
right on top.
They were covered. I mean, they were in there. We had to disentangle that, but nothing except for a little scratch. This is an absolute miracle, I think, guys, because except for a little scratch up here, which is surprising that didn't break, there's no harm done. I am so very happy and thankful. I'm going to give him a sweep, though, and check the power. Let's go check the power. I'm curious. Because that is an open sky there, guys. We are still pulling in power from those panels. 5.8 amps, and we're pulling in 4.8 amps on the other set. So we're now pulling in power from both sets, 80 watts. So, and that's in a cloudy day, so I won't expect much better. Look at the carnage here, guys. Look at Chris sitting in the middle of it all. Oh boy, I'm going to join Chris here now. I'm sore and tired. That was exhausting, stressful and exhausting.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
I look at my leg right now.
What a mess. Chris, what have you done?
Yeah, somebody had to make a mess. You're not doing a good job of it.
Look at this, guys. I can't even get into the shed hardly. Can barely get into the house. What the carnage out here in front of our house. The camera still doesn't do it justice.
No.
It doesn't do it justice. What a mess. Look at that out behind the chairs.
Yeah.
Look at that, guys. It's completely engulfing the entire property in front of the house.
Yeah. I'm still being fish lining it up.
Yeah, we got to cut it up. But I'm going to take a break. I still haven't got my break. Alright, guys, well, we've been cleaning it up. Now you almost never know what happened, at least on this side of the fence, except for a bunch of sawdust and some leaves all over. And over here, we still got a bit of a mess. We chopped up this whole thing. Now I'm working with a sore hand, so I just got it done. I didn't mess around with the camera. We got it all out of here, pretty much, chopped up. And Chris is working on the brush. I've been running the chainsaw while Chris was running the brush. I started cutting on this one, but Chris said we need a rake tool. I wasn't even cutting straight. The saw wasn't cutting that right. Although we sharpened it. What's the deal, Chris? We sharpened it, but we need a rake tool, right?
Yeah, the rake's still too high. That one we got is meant to maintain the rake.
Maintain it.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Okay. Okay.
The other one's actually meant to actually lower the rakes.
Yeah. So, I didn't get to these two yet, but they're not really bothering us right now. We got the worst of the mess. Well, at least some of the worst of the mess. Anyway, looking like a home again. Well, it's Wednesday night, so gotta go. Talk to you guys later.